Hey everybody, it's time for dinner, so I thought I would share one of the recipes that I made last week. It's out of one of my favorite cookbooks. I got this cookbook, I've probably been sitting on this for a good 7 or 8 years is when it came out. Anyway, this is one of my favorites. And so I made this tomato pesto tart. And it literally is just a handful of ingredients. So I'm going to walk you through how to make that really quick so that hopefully you have a new idea for dinner. So let's get started. So what you're going to need is you're going to need to get in the frozen section some of these sheets, the puff pastry sheets. 2 come in a box, so that's why I'm able to make another one tonight. Let's just jump in. So I went ahead and flattened out the dough. You just used a rolling pin, little tiny bit of flour, let it thaw on the counter, and then you're just going to make it into a nice kind of big square or semi-rectangle. So you're going to fold over the edges just about a 1/2 inch just to create an edge so the pesto doesn't bleed off of the edge. So you're just going to fold that over. I hope you can still see me. This is so easy. The oven is on behind me. I turned it on to 400 degrees. So you just keep moving this along just a good 1/2 inch. This is so easy. Your kids could make this if you have kids. It's amazing cooking with this puff pastry. It tastes so good. It gets so nice and fluffy when it's done. What you're going to do is get a fork or a knife. And you're just going to poke holes. You're just going to go through and just poke some holes all along the bottom just to let air kind of make its way through there. So just poke some holes, nothing crazy. Fork or a knife. And that's all you do. Then you get your pesto, and you can make this if you want, but I just get a jar of it. I got lucky when I was at the grocery store. They had just restocked this stuff, so get your hands on, I think it's like 1/4 of a cup or 1/2 of a cup that you'll need, but you're just going to spread this on a real thin layer all on the bottom, like so. I like pesto, so I'm going to probably use more than that, but you kind of get the idea. Okay, so nice thin layer along the bottom. Then you're going to go ahead and I already had chopped these up in advance, but I just got like 3 Roma tomatoes, and you cut them up really thin. Have 4 on hand just in case you need them, but I cut them really thin. And then you're just going to place these all along right next to each other. So I can get 4 in a row. I'm telling you, this is so easy. If you can't find Roma tomatoes, you can use regular tomatoes. Let's see here. Pesto smells so good. So I'm going to cram 1 more row of tomatoes on here. So I'm going to do my best. Get the little guys. Okay. So then you take and you sprinkle on olives. So I just buy chopped olives that are already sliced, and then you're just going to drizzle those on top. The recipe calls for Kalamata olives, but I didn't really want to slice them, so I kind of got a little lazy, so whatever. So anyway, just whatever. If you're an olive person, go crazy. If you're not, don't. Do your thing. And then the recipe does call for fresh basil. I could not find fresh basil right now. So leaving it to McCormick. And I'm just going to sprinkle this on here. Just a light layer of basil. A little salt and pepper. This is my salt pig. I know, it's crazy. Sprinkle your salt. A little pepper. Guys, this is how easy this is. I'm telling you. This is money. And the recipe doesn't call for this, but I'm going to try it. We'll see how it turns out. I'm just going to dabble a little tiny bit of olive oil. I'm not going to go super crazy, but anyway. I say that and I'm going to like screw this up. But anyway, just a little oil. And that's it. You put this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Comes out and it's a fair enough amount of food for 2 people for sure. So if you're not super hungry, you definitely will have leftovers. So the puff pastry gets nice and poofy and good. So anyway, I will have this recipe available. I think I posted it last week on Instagram, but I'll have this available again. This is so easy to make and no time at all. So enjoy.